Champions Cup is set. Final Fours look very different this year, and the MLL had a couple games this weekend. This is Lacrosse Unlimited Weekly. So Drake is king of the world, Billboard Awards last night. He won 15 or 18 awards. I don't know, broke a record. LeBron James did not show up last night.
Their defense or just not feeling it or what?
No, it was just pretty poor. I mean, what do you want me to say? Seemed like you only ask questions when we lose. It's a weird thing with you, Kenny.
It's all right, though. They hiccup now, beat Golden State later. He's still better than Jordan. We had the Final Fours. It's going to look weird this year, but I kind of like it. So much better. Not the usual suspects. We're going to do the men's first. We'll jump into the women's and then the NLL, of course, and MLL. First game of the weekend, Saturday, we had Ohio State and Duke. So happy Ohio State won. They looked really good. Fennell had 5 goals, 2 assists, and their goalie looks pretty good, 56% on the day. First time for Ohio State, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Hair is looking good. It's all about the hair. That's what I think it is. Denver, Notre Dame, Trevor Baptiste versus Notre Dame. That game was awful. This is why I hate the face-off. Take the face-off away. 16-4. French had 4 goals, 1 assist. He lost the first face-off and then won 21 straight after that. He was 21 of 22 in both games this season. Fun fact, he went 40 of 46 against ND this year. Bet you didn't know that. We had Cuse and Towson. Towson looking mean. They look good. Drenner, long hair, don't care. If you're thinking Laxbro, look at Drenner. Drenner's looking good. You had Cedar putting on a laser show. Probably the goal of the year. Towson's defense, unbelievable. Their goalie even better. Hoy, he went 63%, 63.16% if you want to be exact. Maryland, Albany, it was pretty good in the beginning, and then, of course, Rambo just took over the game. 4 goals, 4 assists. The gray helmet curse, that's what I said. Texted it to everybody before the game. He was wearing a white helmet, not the gray helmet like he usually was this year. That's why they lost this game, I'm telling you. So Final Four set, we got Maryland, Denver, and then Towson, Ohio State. I'm calling Maryland, Denver the Tewarton game of the year. Whoever comes out on top of that game, I believe, will win that award. Players to watch, let's call it players to watch, which is a big one. This is a huge one for the Tewarton. Rambo against Baptiste. And then we got Heacock versus Canizero. Then bouncing over to Towson versus Ohio State, I got Fennell versus Cedar. And then LeClaire versus Drenner. That's good. Freshman on Ohio State against Drenner. The senior, textbook Laxbro. Going over to the women's side, we have Boston College and Navy continuing their Cinderella stories as they both advance to the Final Four. Boston took down USC 20-14. And Navy takes down defending champs North Carolina 16-14. As for the other 2 games, Maryland rallied back to beat Stony Brook. I'm upset about that. Those are my girls. Good run, great run for Joe Spallina and the girls. And then the final game, we had Penn State taking down Princeton 14-12 as they move on for the 2nd straight year, Penn State, right? And then that's pretty much it. So the matchups are set. We got Maryland versus Penn State, Big Ten matchup. And then you have the Cinderella stories going up against each other. You have Navy against Boston College. That's going to be a very exciting Final Four. Different teams. Hopefully Maryland gets knocked out. We'll see. Prediction right now. I'm going to go Penn State versus Navy. I don't know. It's what came first in my head. That's all I did. On the men's side, I didn't do it. Real fast. Maryland versus Denver. I'm going Maryland, and then I got Ohio State. Ohio State, Maryland. Ohio State wins it all. Wins it all in the girls. I'm going to go Navy. Navy's going to win it all. 2 first-time programs. That's what, first time in the championship. They're going to come back, bounce back, and win. NLL, the championship game is set. Sorry, Tom, but now we get them full-time. Scoop podcast. Ohio Machine needs them anyway, so. The Rush versus the Swarm. You got the Thompson brothers playing against each other. Jeremy's on the Rush, and the other 18 of them are on the Swarm. So we have that set. That is going to be a fun series. That'll be, first game's June 4th. Looking forward to that. Oh, prediction on that. I'm going to go, out of that, I'm going to go Swarm winning 2-0. Yep, straight sweep, Swarm. MLL. Let's dive into it, shall we? Launch, Rochester, 9-8, comeback player of the year, Chaz Woodson. Awesome, I think he tied it up and then he stuck one in overtime. They tied it up with I think, a few seconds left, too. So shout out Launch. They get Kira McCardle back. And then we have Hounds Machine, 10-8. Don't worry, Tom Schreiber's coming. Fowler had 2 goals on the day. Cannons woke up. Big win over the Zards. 16-13. Sebald had 2 two-pointers. Will Manny had 3 goals, 3 assists. Quick take from the Scoop Podcast. Brendan Mullins, the defenseman, shut down Rob Pennell. I think he had no points. And he got snubbed on the Team USA roster. They might want to take a look at that again. We got Bayhawks Blaze, 13-11, 3 straight wins for the Bayhawks. Sean Evans, indoor guy. First game, he had 3 goals and 3 assists outside. Pretty cool to see indoor-outdoor guys tearing it up. Denver remains unbeaten with a bye week. That's it for the Scoop. This is not the Scoop. This is the Weekly Watch. It's not that either. This is Lax Unlimited Weekly. Of course it is. That's it for Lax Unlimited Weekly. We got the green screen, Harambe 2.0, the Sea Lion, taking down the little girl. What are you doing leaving your little girl there? He's still alive though, right? Let's think of a name for it. Comment a name for the Sea Lion below. Comment below your thoughts on who's gonna win the Final Fours, Champions Cup. Best weekend, but saddest weekend. You wanna know why? Because that means the season's coming to an end. I'm very upset, but at the same time, very excited. Different teams, 15,000 subscribers. We're almost there. Check out the Scoop Podcast now on iTunes and SoundCloud. Great episode with Will Manny last week. A lot of fun talking with him. And I will see you next week. See you later.